had to take. I'ma make sure all the she gave wasn't in vain. I sacrifice for your entertainment, boy. I'm Mr. Anderson in the Matrix. Check the last name, it's all facts. In the human race, it's all about pacing. Look at all the ones I outlasted. I'm the one at the end, like I count backwards. Never satisfied, details classified till the afterlife. Make a sacrifice down.
Why can't y'all recognize that we all came from sacrifice? Why can't y'all recognize that we all came from sacrifice?
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. In today's matchup, the passing game will be a focus. The Seahawks are top 10 in forcing interceptions. They'll be up against a Falcons team that has to be careful passing the football.
Larry, no trip to the Northwest is really complete without a little rain, and we're going to get plenty of it here at CenturyLink Field in Seattle. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with Matt Ryan and the defending NFC champions, the Atlanta Falcons. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. Here's the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. So what will they do? On the ground, through the air, let's see. 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, Wilson goes underneath for Bell. And down he'll go at the 25. A gain of 4 on the play. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And the back goes into motion. From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. He's got Lockett. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. Wilson to Lockett there for the Seahawk first down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Second down following the run. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
Offense readies for a 2nd and 1. The play clock's running down. After the penalty, it's Bell. Strong run, but he's corralled just beyond the 40. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Doesn't matter who you're rooting for in this game, the effort of the man with the football, getting away from one and trying to churn forward and get some yardage, I really liked what he did there.
Third down now following the run. They'll try and run for it with Bell. And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up fourth down. They'll indeed go for it with Wilson. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. That one good for 7 that time. And it'll give the Seahawks a first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. On second down, Wilson to the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feed down complete. They'll give him a yard on the play, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. Now this will be the 9th play on this drive. On third down, Wilson. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
The Seahawks send out their punter. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And this one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. And tough starting field position here. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he will lose yardage here back to his own 6. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Again, they'll run with Freeman. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2. Offense coming up, needing 2 yards on 3rd down. In motion comes the tight end left. On 3rd down, Devontae Freeman. And he will have the first down as he's up to his 17-yard line. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling.
The way this game is going, the way that they possess the ball on the other side of the field, you go 3 and out here, you might not see the ball again until the 2nd quarter.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Now they'll throw it with Ryan. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Frank Clark in there to get him, and that's sack number 12 for him on the year. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Falcons in possession to begin quarter. It's already 2nd and 12. The defense hoping to push them back more. A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. Flush. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Barkevious Mingo in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Incomplete. He had his hands on it, but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. So this punt sails out of bounds across midfield. Now the question, they're going to spot it right at the 40, the 40-yard line. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Block it in motion right. On 2nd down, here's Wilson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon, so that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. On 2nd down, Ryan. Out to the left there and complete to Howard. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Picked up a 1st down.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Now it's Ryan. Throw right side, caught by O.J. Howard. And he'll get it down here to the 43. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42, and they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. And out now come the Seahawks. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first two drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now, and I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Now Wilson on second down. Forced out to his left. And that is incomplete. Johnson the intended target, and it's third down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. The Seahawks on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's Wilson. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And he's going to go down way back at the 42-yard line. 2 minutes remain in a scoreless first half. Back to CenturyLink Field after this. And the D looking like they may blitz. Now flags come flying in. One of the Falcons moved early. And that'll set them back 5. From the shotgun, Ryan. Looks for White, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Past the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Now, that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
And he knocks it through. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Now Ryan on second down. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The Falcons on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, it's Ryan. Escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the 1st down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. It's a 4-yard pickup, and on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. Freeman again, a 1st down carry. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Time a factor as Ryan will hustle him to the line. On 2nd down, Freeman. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. And prior to this 3rd and 2 play, we're going to get a timeout called, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 2. Operating from the gun, Ryan, and he'll have his man. That's Cooper. It's a gain of just a couple there, but it's enough to get him the 1st.
And, Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the 1st. Now a play fake here on 1st down. It's brought in by Kevin White. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this 1st half. On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. Dancing to his left. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. He's got White here. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. And now a 10th carry for Freeman. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And past the 30 down to about the 27. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
On the counter, Devontae Freeman. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. Leaves them with 3rd and just a yard. Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage.
That was a terrific job by the defense stopping them on 3rd and short. But sometimes you get some visual cues from the offense, because when they're going in short yard situations, you might see the offensive line come in tighter together, a little more shoulder to shoulder, trying to wedge a hole in the middle. They didn't get it done on that play. It's good to be the kicker for the top offense in the NFL, and Matt Bryant was that in 2016. Led the league in scoring with 158 points, but boy, does Atlanta find him valuable. So dependable and clutch.
And he's been valuable in this league for a while. Hard to believe he's been around since 2002. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they
pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 19. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they've rallied and made the tackle.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. So out come the Falcons now. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A little eager there coming in from his outside linebacker position.
You think the hard count got him there?
Yes.
Maybe that extra that extra emphasis on it got him to jump, and they picked up 5 yards.
Oh, they go with a tight end carry. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Call it a gain of a couple there as it'll leave him with a 2nd and just 3.
Not a whole lot there after the penalty, but remember, it was 1st and 5, not 1st and 10, so now they can keep grinding out first downs and good things can happen for them. Just 2nd and short coming up.
Now a handoff. It's Freeman. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. From the gun, Ryan. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Well, pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. And Seattle now ready to march onto the field. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
He gets it left side to Johnson. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 5 to this point. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. Wilson operating from the gun. This is Bell on the dump off. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. Now a 1st down carry by Bell. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Now it's Wilson. And the tight end Dixon left side. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
And the Seahawks on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll run it now out of the gun. Room here to run. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. A big play there. Touchdown number 15 on the year. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice two-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Akeem Hunt now to return. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked so well.
Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
They'll try to get the ground game going with Freeman. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Well, he didn't make headway on that one, but he's had plenty of carries all night long. I just wonder if maybe he's a little bit tired from tilting the rock that much.
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Jaron Reed in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Defense showing blitz. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Falcons. They'll have the football, but trailing on the scoreboard as we get set to begin the fourth. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. Ryan. Buying time to his left. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. Wait a second, they did not accept that after the incompletion. Your look is just as puzzled as mine.
I got nothing for you here. You have to take that penalty, don't you?
It's 3 yards. They'll send the tight end in motion left. They'll run it now out of the gun. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll send Brown in motion right. Wilson now looking to throw on 2nd down. It's complete to Jerron Brown. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Now Wilson on 1st down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Vic Beasley in there to get him for his 2nd sack of the night. On 2nd down, it's Bell. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back at the 41-yard line. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. And that will wind up just short. He had it on line. It ran out of gas at the end, and this score will stay right where it is.
Well, he gets everything he could into this one. The trajectory's good. It's definitely on line. It just needs a little more oomph behind it. And it'll wind up falling just shy of the crossbar.
After the penalty, here's Freeman. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. On second down, here's Ryan. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Malone. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
Well, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to it.
And Freeman lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a 2-possession game. It is a 2-possession game at this stage in the fourth. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And he's got some space here. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it second and a foot or so. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. On the counter, here's Bell. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. Now a handoff. Running left is Bell. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard at the 44-yard line. And the Falcons going to use another timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. And the Seahawks on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
Partner, that would look like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here. Not done in the fourth. Following the fumble recovery, it's Ryan. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's second down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game. You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment. But here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This will be 3rd and 6. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Here we go. It's Ryan on 4th down. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. Again, it's Bell. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deper into the secondary.
The give is to Bell. And he is knocked down from the side at the 38-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. And the offense still has a couple plays to go to pick up the first on 2nd down and 3. They'll go again with Bell. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. On 3rd down, here's Bell. And some room to maneuver. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. It's a pickup of 13, and with that 13 yards, this ball game just about over. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. Oh, Wilson going to throw. Over the middle, Jerron Brown's got it. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Now they'll try the sweep with Bell. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of 7. And now it's 3rd down. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more, a little insult to injury here late in the game. This from 54 yards away. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these 2 teams meet.
Picture me putting my city all over the map. wasn't believers, I had to get even and mad. We coming up, pulling up, jumping all over your grass. So tell them I got a new girl. Tell them that I'm the bank and I want on my 50s in cash. I'm tired of living check to check. I need 20 models. This is smiling in my grave, fresh to death. I've been Wu-Tang with a spectral deck. Getting, yeah, I gotta just get off my chest. I cannot miss it, got last on my list and you next. Take it how you want it. I ain't famous like I want it, but I think I might just skirt off. Blow the speakers and turn up. Pop up. Go to church with my shirt off. Tell the Lord that I'm here now. I've been waiting for so long. I've been patient for so long. Breaking rules like there's no laws, and I did it for a long time. If you don't like me, take a ticket. There's a long line. Nice to meet me. I think the pleasure's all mine. They've been clocking me so long, I think they lost time. Ooh, you lost. What you mean? Woo! What you mean? Woo! And now I'm just a so what you mean? Woo! Hold up, whoa, what you mean? Woo! Hold up now. Don't know what you think it compare me to. Adrenaline popping, the blood'll be leaking and running. Yeah. I do what I do, I don't care if you like it or love it. Tell all of my I got a new girl. Wait. You tell the that I'm the bank and I want all my money in hundreds. I'm tired of living on the edge. I want it, they gon' call the feds. I just bought it, cost an arm and leg. My mama told me take it back and get a job instead. Where's your common sense? Me and the devil got too much in common, I swear. Yeah. Born in the ghetto, I never had nothing to fear. Take it how you want it. I ain't famous like I want it, so I might just throw a iffy fit. Call up Cassie after she broke up with Diddy, yeah. I told Shorty if she talking, and she gon' call her friends up and we did, whoa. I ain't in the talking, go chop off your lips. If I ain't in your top 10, go tap off a bridge. My black boys, I boys that knock off your lid. I thought y'all gon' pop off, so hop off my. What you mean? I said, what you mean? Woo! Listen, I don't trust her. So, no, I said, what you mean? Whoa. I said, what you mean? Woo! You thought I was finished, you thought it was over. You thought I retired, you thought I went fishing with Kobe. I'm still as ill as considered as one of the coldest. Still a put a partner rapper here like Moses. I'm throwback like a molar roller. I'm cooler than a cup of yogurt. Black flag board, truck soldier. I'm cool with laws and ayatollahs. Rap guard, Cyclops and ogre. I'm King Kong, ain't nobody told you. You think road still. And by the brown, about to go get. Paul McCartney, I'm rich. I'm Muhammad Ali, I talk. I'm James Brown, about to tear down. I'm Michael Jackson, them bad gonna get. What you mean?
you feel the flame? Hold on, I can make it rain. Oh, do you hear the thunder? No, don't let it bring you down. Girl, see the light. You're not alone, don't give up like that.